I just got a new club in the Bronx.
Word.
In Manhattan, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's called Harlem Nights Club.
Harlem Nights.
And you know, you got Islam out west doing the thing, United Nations.
Stop. I want to see a video. I'm tired of y'all talking.
Well, we were speaking on Bambaataa, but it is time to get into a video. And since we all here are buddies.
De La Soul Buddy.
De La Soul Buddy?
You can check it out
for you.
A meanie.
Say what?
On Yo MTV Raps.
See ya.
World, this is the Far Side.
Yo, this is the Far Side.
That's Slim Kid.
This is Slim Kid.
That's Fat Lip.
That's Fat Lip.
That's Imani.
That's Imani.
I'm Booty Brown.
That's Boo Day Nene.
Word. And we're just lamping on Yo MTV Raps. And we're in the West Coast style flavor with Mark Love on the
know it.
Basically, I mean, Tupac. I be getting confused. We on Ed Lover and Dr. Dre show, Yo MTV Raps. That's where we at.
MTV was a pinnacle of the music space, especially in television, showing a variety of different genres and programming throughout its run. And of course, there are countless videos on this platform that discuss the extensive history of the channel itself, but that's not what this is. Instead, I want to discuss a show that was a major player in the peak of the channel, as well as a major player in hip-hop reaching the mainstream. Not the only contributor, but a major one. And that show is Yo MTV Raps. This show is iconic to the real fans of hip-hop as a whole and one of my favorites to ever come out of MTV. So let's go through the history of the show and discuss some of the cultural significance and major turning points throughout the program. As many of my videos are, I want this to be a love letter to the show itself and discuss why I think it's as great as it is. So cue the TV static and let's get on with it. Before I get into the program itself, let's start with some additional context in regards to hip-hop's history to properly illustrate the importance of this program on the landscape. Before rap devolved into what we're consuming in the mainstream nowadays, the genre was more about delivering a message and telling the story of the streets, being a voice for the voiceless. And by the 1980s and early 90s, the sound of hip-hop began to diversify. There was gangsta rap like NWA. They were responsible for the iconic parental advisory sticker that we all know and love today for explicit content. You would think something like this would make their music less accessible, but at the time it actually had the opposite effect. It was essentially a badge of honor.
That's the reason you have an advisory sticker on the record, because that was the compromise. They were saying, you know, I sent my sent my daughter to the record store to buy a record. She came home with 2 Live Crew. I know this shit was gonna be like this. You know, so the compromise from the record industry was, we'll put a parental advisory sticker on the record. So if a parent was buying a record for Christmas, you know, parents was like, I want Too Short. You know what I mean? They go buy the Too Short record, put it in, and they like, what the f? So we were the first group to put that sticker on our records. Yep, that sticker. It was actually, it had to be stuck on the record like a sticker. And they had to go through all our records in every record store and put the sticker on. So the next time we did artwork, we just planted it in the artwork. Wow. And then kids wouldn't buy your shit if it didn't have the sticker. It's like people was putting the sticker on clean records.
That's hilarious.
It's like a clean record, not 1 ounce of profanity on it, but they was putting the parental advisory because kids was looking at it and it was like, where's the sticker with no?
That's hilarious. The opposite effect. It promotes it.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. It promoted it.
Around the same time, more sample-heavy and artistic stuff like A Tribe Called Quest began to arise with an entirely different sound. And with the progression of the scene on both coasts, the culture began moving forward and innovating. And alongside this, with the rise of the artistry of music videos, of course MTV had to get in the fastest growing genre in music. Our story actually begins with a woman named Sophie Bramley, a French photographer that happened to be in New York at the perfect time. At just 22 in 1981, she was a freelance photographer and was introduced to hip-hop on the streets of New York and developed a deep fascination for it. And not in a culture vulture sense, but instead she created a connection that was authentic. In 1984, in France, she created a show simply named Hip Hop. It was hosted by French rap pioneer Sidney Douté. They even went on to develop a book on hip-hop history that same year. In 1987, Bramley would move to London and begin working for MTV Europe. And this is where the inception of our main topic begins. At MTV Europe, she would develop a show titled Yo, highlighting artists and culture in relation to the rap scene in Spain, France, the UK, and the rest of Europe. The show ran for 3 years from 1987 to 1990. Conducting interviews, showing rap music videos, and essentially doing all the things we would eventually see in the United States successor.
I told you, I warned you about it. You can go back there in the States and warn them. Listen, that little piece of thing that you did, vinyl.
Yeah.
Was released like a month ago, and you sold 1.5 million records.
It's pretty much the situation. Isn't that beautiful?
In 1988, just a year after the creation of Yo, MTV US, cashing in on the emergence of hip-hop, decided to bring the concept stateside. And thus, Yo MTV Raps was born, and it became an icon. Yo MTV Raps is known for showcasing several music videos, including all types of rap throughout its run. And just like the rest of the channel in its entirety, music videos were an integral part of the show. As time went on and the channel began to expand globally, Yo MTV Raps' popularity ensured hip-hop's popularity expanded at a similar rate. The show started in Europe like I explained before, but the existence of MTV Asia and MTV Latino in later years provided that global platform. The impact of this exposure is truly a concept I can't even fathom, even as someone who had hip-hop be one of the biggest aspects of my culture. But fortunately, because of the beauty of music as the universal language, there's rap songs in every major language, and people who've never stepped foot in the US or even speak English have tapped in with the culture. Now, cultural appropriation opinions aside, this means that the genre has objectively globalized. And Yo MTV Raps should be credited with the bulk of that globalization and expansion. The US's first host was Fab Five Freddy.
So you want me to start from the beginning? Well, my name is Fab Five Freddy, and I've been in this hip-hop thing all my life, and
a cultural pioneer in his own right, independent of the show, he became a household name here. And because of all of the connections he already had within the industry, he was a perfect fit for a show like this. Fred seems so tapped in and at home in all of these interviews that they feel personable. And that's the beauty of these interviews existing in the first place. Have you ever been vaguely aware of a public figure, but then you see them speak on a topic and it completely flips your general opinion of them? Positive or negative, it's a look behind the curtain on a person and it shows a side outside of their craft. One of my favorite moments was him interviewing NWA right after interviewing Ice Cube a couple months before. And this was in 1991, so this was after the genesis of one of the most iconic beefs in rap. And in this example, his former group mates didn't really seem happy to have him brought up.
NWA, niggas with attitude, Fab Five Freddy, Lower Manhattan. Now right about now, I just want to cut to the chase on this situation, because you know, we like to get both sides of the story on Yo MTV Raps. Several months ago, we had Ice Cube on the show. I asked him what was up with y'all. We got his point of view. Now let's find out how y'all feel about the situation with Ice Cube. Okay, let's see what how Easy feels. Do that. By Ice Cube. Do that. Dr. Dre, what's up with, you know, Ice Cube, man? Come on. Yella? Ice Cube? Nothing happened? Anyway, let's go to...
And in contrast with this interview, Freddie also did an interview with NWA pre-split that I also love.
Check it out, everybody. Welcome back to Yo MTV Raps. I'm Fab Five Freddy, and I'm still hanging out with Eazy-E and NWA in Compton, LA. Check it out. Eazy and the posse, they rented this truck. We on our way to Venice Beach. We gonna have a little fun, check out the girlies. Before we do that, we're gonna get into the Stop the Violence video. It's a big subject right now in the whole rap world. I want my man Ice Cube to speak a little bit about LA violence and what's going on.
Well, after a lot of people saw Colors, they thought LA just all violent. That's not true. Yes, it is some hard parts, but there again is some good parts. But I like to say, when a brother kills a brother, man, the only people that's happy is the other man.
All in all, I think he was a pretty good host. Not really scared to ask the difficult questions that could ruffle feathers, but he also knew to back off and just have some fun sometimes. I'm a big fan of his energy.
What do you start with, let's say, when you're writing a rhyme?
It starts straight from boredom, you know? Just being bored, writing rhymes, just doing a down low hobby thing that nobody believed in. But I used to believe in it, but nobody around me used to believe in it when I was crazy young.
Now, I know I said Freddie was the first host, but technically that's not true. The pilot episode of the US version was actually hosted by legendary group Run DMC with special guest Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, aka Will Smith as most people know him now.
And 3, 2, run. That was a good one. He said 3, 2, run before he let everybody know that this is DJ Run and that's DMC and Jam Master J, and this is Yo MTV
And my name
Raps.
is the Fresh Prince, right?
I'm DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yo, what's up,
G?
man?
Holy power.
Yo,
What's up,
all right, we just wanted to stop in for a couple minutes, say what's up with the guys.
Yo, this like a big...
Like
Yo,
I said,
let me ask you
my
something.
name is
Let me
the
ask
Fresh
you
Prince.
something.
It's Jazzy Jeff.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something.
What's up?
Are you enjoying the tour, the Run DMC, Teflon Leather, Run Styles, DJ Jazzy
All
Jeff,
that
Fresh
stuff,
Prince?
all that,
tour, are you enjoying it?
I want everybody to know, right? When you're coming up in the
All right, that's
streets as a
enough.
rap
That's
group-
enough. Bust it.
Oh, wow.
As the show expanded and they started airing episodes during the week, they added 2 more iconic hosts, Ed Lover and Dr. Dre.
What's up, y'all? This is not Yo MTV Raps Fab 5 Freddy style, because I'm getting ready to go home because you know what's coming on? Ed Lover and Dr. Dre with Best of Yo MTV Live. That's right, live, y'all. So stay right there. I'm getting ready to jet out of here, turn my TV on. Peace. Check it out.
What's up, y'all? My name is Ed Lover. That's my partner, Dr. Dre, right there. And you are tuned in to the best of Yo MTV Raps Live Volume 2. Now, Volume 1, we had Naughty by Nature, we had Lil Queen Latifah, we had Lil P.E. But this volume, we coming back harder, and we coming back a lot fatter. We got Grand Poobah, we got a lot of different type of things going on.
In 1989, the show expanded to airing episodes during the week, so they added 2 new hosts. And no, not Dr. Dre of The Chronic. This Dr. Dre was instead a DJ, as was Ed Lover. Both are extremely well respected in the music space and are essentially legends. But like Fab 5 Freddy, Yo MTV Raps is probably their most notable appearance in pop culture. And they brought their own unique energy to the show while keeping it fairly consistent with the format that came before them.
Yo MTV Rap Special Kung Fu Edition, starring the Wu-Tang Clan and Master Woo.
Woo, that's right.
That's for you. Woo woo. For you too. Let's introduce the Wu-Tang Clan to you out there who don't know everybody in the group, starting at this end.
Check, I be the RZA boy, razor sharp, chopping off heads, protect your neck.
I think it was him.
Ghostface.
Could have been
Strike
Ghostface.
Kid. Check yours.
What's up? This is the Jugger, the genius, kid. He's smart. It could have been this one.
Yo, Raekwon the chef, kid. Word up.
Cook up some things, there.
You go, a.k.a. Golden Arm Chef, y'all.
You can golden on like that.
Yo, this is Method Man. Yo, what's wrong with your man, man? This is Method Man. You know what I'm saying? Protect that joint.
What does Wu-Tang Clan mean? Somebody who speak up, tell us, everybody out there, what does Wu-Tang Clan mean?
Well, basically, Wu-Tang Clan, the Wu is the way, the Tang is the slang, and the Clan represents the family. Wu-Tang also represents the sword style and rhyming. See, being that we are lyrical or verbal assassins, we are fully aware that the tongue is symbolic to the sword, and when either or in motion, it produces wind. Now, wind comes in different currents. Some are cold, some are warm, some are very swift and changeable, such as words. And when you enter these 36 chambers of the Wu-Tang, we come in many different currents. You know what I'm saying? Because we're chopping heads. So that's basically what the Wu-Tang represents.
Oh, that's very deep, man.
Stole that from me.
Freddie was still hosting the show during the weekend, but during the week, this was the role filled by the duo. There was also a set of dope-ass trading cards that was released featuring the hosts and musicians that were featured on the show. I may have to grab a few of these for my own personal collection because this is a really cool thing to do, especially because I doubt it was particularly profitable or even expected to be. That's enough fun facts about the show. Let's get into some of the controversy that came alongside it.
Back, Yo MTV Raps, and we up in the house that these bad boys built, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Puffy and crew. So Puffy,
This is my crew than me.
this is family.
Artists always first, baby.
Puffy, take it away.
Check it out. This my man, the Notorious B.I.G.
What's the deal? What's going on?
My man, Craig Mack. My foundation, you know what I'm saying? It's my life right here. We all need each other to live and breathe, and that's the way we treat each other.
In 1991, they showcased the music video for the Public Enemy song By the Time I Get to Arizona. This song encapsulated the countrywide protest against the state at the time. In 1986, the state elected Governor Evan Meacham, who was clearly racist or at the very least prejudiced against black people. He defended the use of the word pickaninny in reference to black people, specifically the use by his mentor in a series of essays that he published in the 1930s. Don't try to change history. You know, some time ago, first it was called them colored, then they wanted to be called Negroes, and now they want to be called blacks. I'll call them whatever they want to be called. This is crazy because who the hell has ever volunteered themselves to be called a pickaninny? This is obviously racially charged language even in the 1980s. I don't know who he's trying to fool. Anyway, his most controversial move was the cancellation of Martin Luther King Day as a paid holiday within the state. He changed this to an unpaid holiday and named it Civil Rights Day. The music video for By the Time I Get to Arizona opens up with some of what Meacham said with civil rights footage sprinkled in.
That you've heard all kinds of stories about me. That I am a racist. That I am a supporter of the KKK. That I am against civil rights. All because I oppose the Martin Luther King holiday. But I am opposed to the holiday, and I will stay opposed to it as long as I am in office. And as long as there are city officials that agree with me, there will be no holiday in this state.
Following that, we see a storyline unfold as Chuck D rhymes along and weaves together his own personal narrative. We see black revolutionaries taking up arms alongside some of the more peaceful protests. Towards the end of the video, we see a reenactment of the assassination of Dr. King and a dramatization of revolutionaries murdering a group of government officials I assume are meant to represent the cabinet of Governor Meacham. Despite and possibly because of its controversial nature, I do love this music video for what it represents, and those that know Public Enemy probably know that they're no stranger to this kind of thing. But I'm sure this also could have been considered a credible threat at the time, and thus MTV airing this video could be considered an endorsement of these quote-unquote radical ideas. But at the time and going forward, they got a lot of heat for airing this video. There's also the infamous appearance of Tupac, where he admitted to his assault of one of the Hughes brothers, an act that resulted in him sitting in jail for 15 days. The Hughes brothers are a pair of twin directors most known for their iconic black film Dead Presidents, and more importantly to this situation, Menace to Society. They even directed music videos for Tupac like Brenda's Got a Baby, so their working relationship seemed solid to start out. However, Pac was slated to star in one of the brothers' upcoming films, the aforementioned Menace to Society. He was reportedly fired due to his behavior on set, and apparently the way they decided to cut him loose didn't really sit right with him. So when he ran into one of the brothers, Alan Hughes, outside of the set, things got violent fast. Witnesses claim that Tupac had 30 gang members assault Alan, and this ended him up in the hospital. The filmmaker eventually filed assault charges, which I can imagine was an open and shut case. And I only say that because Tupac admitted to the attack on an episode of MTV Raps in 1993.
The director's the minister decide. Let me tell the whole world.
All right, tell them how you did what you had to do.
These chump, punk, slump, you know what I'm saying?
You'll have a chance to come here and rebuttal.
No, they won't. They better come now. Check this out. They fired me, but did it in a roundabout punk snitch way. So I caught them on the streets and beat they behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a minister to these brothers. And it ain't over. I still got more than chump. Because I read what you said about me.
But yeah, this assault landed Pac in the slammer for 15 days. And for many, this is also considered one of the turning points in his public persona, from poet to gangsta. And this coming out moment for Tupac on MTV Raps, especially at the time, didn't help with the perspective that the program and the entire genre of rap promoted violence. By 1992, the program was already declining in views and was only airing once a week on Fridays after midnight. By that point, it kinda seemed like the beginning of the end and the writing was on the wall. August 17th, 1995 marked the finale of Yo MTV Raps, and it's finally remembered as one of the best moments not only in the show's history, but in hip-hop. And at the very least, it went out with a bang and not a whimper. This episode contained all three of the hosts and also contained one of the most iconic freestyle ciphers in hip-hop history, containing royalty like KRS-One, Redman, Method Man, Rakim, and a bunch of others.
I'll kick it off right now. DJ Scribble on 1 and 2. We're going to start out with the master of the rap game right here. Rakim is in the house.
Yeah, let's get the freestyle. Boy. Watch out. Let me get out the world.
Check the mic. Gonna set it. Big up the Brooklyn, Stone Island. Come on. I mean the last but soon. And we gonna set it like this. Check this here. New dates is dawning, new ways of performing. Brainstorming, I write raps tonight, turn the morning. I gather wisdom with people matter in them. My thought pattern collision, speed up your metabolism. Rush with adrenaline, plus how long has it been again to be in the state of mind that Rakim is in. It's all blemish, but I can get you there in minutes. Follow the paragraph chemist until I'm finished.
Check, going out with respect. This is the last show, so we gotta catch. Man, check this out. I'd like to give a shout out to Ted Terry for originating this whole thing. I'll leave through, dominate the microphone and speak through. I'm writing for the people. So write it if you need to. I can see through and see that. You saw an MC and tried to be that. That MC saw it's me. Can you believe that and agree that? True lyrics will always suffice, and real meaning rhymes equal actual life. It's the true essence of ebony. Change the record sales, G. Some things are pure love, other things are meant to be. Method Man, Redman, Special Ed, Extra P. Let's get it on, baby.
Here it goes, y'all. Word it up, word it up. Hey, yo, everybody in this mother will get touched. As such and such, I roll tight like handcuffs. Rock that ass to sleep with this beat techniques. I beat that freak of the week like I may need deep. Hold up, rotate around the solar, madder than Cobra. Composure never sleeps, my string pump soldiers. I'm sauteing them seeds with fried rice up in the wall. Without that MSG, the top salary.
Check it out now, check it out now, check it out. My mind's on the rhyme, ain't a damn thing funny, getting money. Plays represent, kill the fraudulent sucker. Giving me the grill, nowadays everybody trying to keep it real. Fuck disciple, hit me with the 30-30 rifle. Beats from the streets, mega trifle. Rap gymnastic, flipping from the cradle to the casket. Take another pull, fantastic. It's the method, not the plastic. Man, coming down like hourglass sand, check the tactic. Flow PLO.
This is what I consider the unofficial end of Yo MTV Raps, a show that was emblematic of the era, and everything else after was more of a shell of this blueprint. Later on, we got Yo, with the MTV Raps part dropped from the name like the original iteration. It was condensed into mostly just music videos and rotated a handful of guest hosts. None of the interviews and the charm of the former, though. In 2000, it was essentially replaced by another hip-hop show, Direct Effect, which became Sucker Free in 2006. 2008 marked a year of revival for Yo MTV Raps. In February 2008, there was Jackass World, the 24-hour takeover of MTV. And during this special, there's an entire segment that's an homage to Yo MTV Raps. And instead of me explaining it to you, I'll just show it to you.
So I'm fixing to kick a little rap song.
Hello, buddy, Steve.
Oh man, I hope I don't blow this dude. Now, let's just get this out of the way. Steve-O sucks at rap. He has no business making a rap album, and he just sucks. Alright, cool, took care of that. Now let me get a beat. I have come to attack. Yo MTV Raps is back with the world's greatest beatbox, Big Sam Mac. We're so white, but we feel so black. I'm Steve-O and my chips are stacks. Steve-O! It's time to do whatever I please. Pour some out for dead homies. Show some love for Eazy-E, Tupac, Biggie, and ODB. Now I'm gonna change the subject entirely. Don't stop, you son of a... I senseless speculation about my sexual orientation. The Wild Boys have been in some questionable situations. I'm not talking about hand in hand, they are an inspiration. Do not stop. I need some water, dude. You are so late. Chris and I have bodies that are cause for celebration. To kill homophobia was our motivation. You're sucking ass. You're not. I need some water. I'm sorry. Now in rap, you see, and no one's gonna front on me. Listen to Big Reg, don't listen to me. He's also called Jack White. That boy fresh one now, grab the mic. Oh, let him have it, Big Reg. MTV is ours tonight.
Yeah, Big Steve, Big Red, Yo MTV Raps, Macaroni Tony, Johnny Knoxville in the building, and we doing this. Hard as a rock, Jackass Takeover, www.jackassworld.com, baby.
Yeah, www.bigbadnews for
Rob and Rob. Yeah, baby. Now we're gonna go to the video.
Oh yeah, my video. It's gonna poke the beat.
It's not the video with you, Steve.
Ah, yeah, poke the.
Who's in? Oh, hey,
I make ladies wet and I get without breaking a sweat. Sex with me is something to regret. Money I'm stealing, pennies I'm
we got a very special thing here for you, Mike Judge. You know Mike Judge, Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah.
He has done a very, thank you Mike Judge, by the way. He's
Thanks,
very
Mike.
special Beavis and Butthead for Mr. Steve O.
Yeah, it is.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now this is for all them important people at
Is this Wild Boys?
told me not to rap about me.
Maybe I'll set his hair on fire.
Take this, dudes.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Poke the
What's he doing? He's trying to rap? This is lousy. Like, do you think we would like this better if he was black? No. Or maybe we'd like it better if we were black. If we were black? We were black. We were black.
Except I did the chorus 3 times. What I'm saying is, I don't want to jeopardize my relationship with the paparazzi.
Yo, man.
So I try to
This
stick
is some
to
sorry-ass boost right here, Cephas. Yeah, blackhead. Who is this no-rapping off-brand cracker-ass fool?
He's screaming the
Blackhead. Give me some of that more liquor.
I say that?
You said liquor.
I don't wear no rubber in baggy.
Blackhead. You think maybe we like this better if we was white? Cephas, make up your mind.
Then in April that same year, it was Yo MTV Raps' 20th anniversary. The aforementioned Sucker Free became Yo MTV Raps for the day, and Fab Five Freddy, Dr. Dre, and Ed Lover all contributed to the show. While it wasn't exactly the same, it was nice that the show was getting recognized so much later after it ended. 2018 was the show's 30th anniversary, and it was commemorated with a giant celebration at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. All of the icons ensured that they were present, and there were performances by a ton of Yo MTV royalty, like Eric B. and Rakim, Dougie Fresh, KRS-One, Juice Crew, EPMD, and so many more artists. Once again, I love that Yo MTV Raps was being recognized so much later. In 2019, an international version of the program specific to the region began airing in Europe, Africa, and Asia. The MTV Asia version actually still carried the torch in terms of aura, so I applaud them for continuing to do that. And then in 2021, announced to basically nobody, Yo MTV Raps got a full-blown reboot. This time it would be hosted by the battle rapper and Wildin' Out cast member Conceited and DJ Diamond Cuts, a pretty well-respected DJ in her own right. Now, when I say that they announced this to no one, maybe it's just me, but I had no idea that this reboot existed before researching this video, and I've always been a big fan of Yo MTV Raps. And it's excruciatingly difficult to find basically any information of it on the internet. It was on Paramount Plus at one point, but as of recording this video, and as far as I could find, there's really no easy way to access the show now. During its run, however, it does feature some artists that I enjoy, like Freddie Gibbs, Saba, and Jid. And while I didn't necessarily enjoy these newer episodes, it does feel like a genuine attempt at recapturing the lightning in a bottle. But I just don't think that that's possible.
Just act like this set is Gary, Indiana. This is your hood. You could kick your feet up, do whatever.
That's love, man. Appreciate y'all.
If you smoke, you can smoke. Do what you want.
Right. Oh, see, y'all ain't tell me. I would have brought the dough.
You would have came prepared, right?
I'm trying to keep it PG. You know, kids watching this shit.
Right. Kids watching it, keeping it PG, but kids watching the shit.
PG-13.
Yo, the funny part, you tweeted during the Super Bowl, right, that Don Cheadle actually rolled up on you and was like, yo, everybody says that we look alike.
He did. We was at an after party and he was like, yo, people say we look alike. I didn't know who the fuck was standing behind me. I turned around and I was like, what? I damn near walked away. I was like, man, this the guy. When you get up with people like that and they, recognize your work, that's crazy.
So do you think you look like Metal?
Yeah, mistake me for that nigga.
I'm also not sure, but I don't think that either of the hosts have experience leading interviews, and that's pretty apparent. The reboot was short, only running for a measly 9 episodes, and was gone before anybody ever really noticed. Truly a shame.
Yo, check this out. This is Flavor Flav on Yo MTV Raps.
Today we're making hip-hop history. We're continuing something that started over 30 years ago.
Welcome to Yo MTV Raps.
It was one of the first shows to showcase hip-hop on a nationwide scale.
Yo, I'm Eazy-E. And we're NWA. Rolling down Compton Boulevard on Yo MTV Raps.
But now we're taking it global.
I take a cop's girlfriend quick, in with the bang on, like thunder on Yo MTV Raps.
There were all some crazy great memories and some iconic moments. But guess what? We get to make some new memories right here and right now. This is Yo MTV Rap.
Paranoid, schizophrenic, manic depressive point of view.
Hip-hop and television history are two of my biggest interests, and Yo MTV Raps is like the perfect amalgamation of what I love in both. Debuting dope videos and humanizing these larger-than-life legends in interviews and leaning into the controversy that was hip-hop at the time is so beautiful and refreshing, especially today. With the beauty of hindsight, looking back at a time that I wasn't even around for, it still makes me so nostalgic. I have a bunch of archives of the program in the description, so if you haven't, or if you feel like you haven't in a long time, I would highly recommend that you check it out. And with the fairly recent announcement, RIP to MTV in general, man, they lasted a lot longer than I expected post their music content era. I guess they ran out of money funneling all of it into Rob Dyrdek's pockets for the last 15 years. Anyway, if you enjoy my music and TV adjacent stuff, you'll be eating good soon because I have a major product related to that I'm actively working on alongside a smaller one. I also have another couple Boondocks videos on the way, including a collab that's really been a lot of fun to put together. If you've made it this far into the video and you enjoyed it, please consider liking it, and if this isn't the first time you've enjoyed one of my videos, maybe consider subscribing. Also, as of me releasing this video, the Patreon is up, so if you want to support me at all financially, please consider that too. All the Patreon subscribers will get early access to videos that are also free from YouTube's content moderation, access to the community Discord, and they'll be credited at the end of every single video. With all that being said though, if you're hearing me right now, thanks for watching this far. Let me know your thoughts, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.